Okay, let's get started. First off, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Joseph Buchanan, also known by Joe or JB. People call me a lot of different names. I had a lot of nicknames growing up. So real quick today, what this is about, I'm just going to answer a few questions that I'm asked frequently, and I felt like what a better time or what better way to do that than to get on Periscope, and I will also put this video up on YouTube as well. So once again, my name is Joseph Buchanan. For those of you checking in, people call me JB, or some people refer to me as Joe. I'm from a small town called Fayetteville, Tennessee. It's right on the Tennessee-Alabama state line, so it's a very small town. I mean, you pretty much know everyone there. I grew up there for 20 years, and then from there I moved on to Murfreesboro, Tennessee, and attended Middle Tennessee State University. And there I got my exercise science degree and started personal training. So that is my profession. That was one of the questions. What is your profession? So I am a personal trainer. I'm an instructor. I would like to say like I'm an entrepreneur in a sense that I own my own business in personal training. So I guess that makes me an entrepreneur as well. Next question would be, what made you get into fitness? So growing up, I probably wasn't the most athletic kid. I played different sports. I played basketball, played football, tried baseball, did karate, did several different things, but I wasn't that kid that stood out amongst the crowd. So I was kind of self-conscious growing up, and I always looked up to those guys who could really perform well on the field or on the court, sports, whatever it may be. Wrestling was another thing that I really enjoyed, and I liked the way those guys looked. And I was like, when I grew up, I want to look like those guys. So that was kind of, I was kind of curious to get into that. And as I got older, I did research and just tried different little exercises and talked to different people. And it just kind of fell in my lap, with me being curious and making those steps to reach out to people who know what they're talking about in that particular thing or area, so to speak. So that's kind of what made me get into that. When I was in school, I was undecided for the first 2 years, and then it got to that point to where I had to pick a major, and I'm like, man, like, what do I do? Like, what do I want to do for the rest of my life? Like, what do I want to make a career out of? And I'm like, what is it that I like to do? And at the time, I think I was 20 years old, 20, 21, and I was working out regularly at that time. I started working out at 15, but anyways, I was like, working out, like that's something that I can always see myself doing. So I got with an advisor, and he said, you probably should do exercise science. I actually thought about physical therapy, and then as I thought about it longer, I'm like, don't really want to make a career in a clinical setting, so to speak. To me, in my opinion, no disrespect to anyone who does that, but to me, in my opinion, that might be boring for me. I'm really active, and I hate to turn down. That's my word I use. I like to stay kind of turned up and like hype and wild and stuff like that. But yeah, so that was the second question. What made you get into fitness? And that's kind of how it started. So I got that degree. I got certified, and also had an internship in Franklin, which I'm very grateful for, because they actually they got me to break my shell. I used to be terrified of speaking in front of people, and that internship was a sports performance facility. It was called Chadwick's. That's located in Franklin, Tennessee. Check them out if you ever get a chance. But yeah, I remember like the internship, it was paid, which was really cool, and it was hands-on. So I'm there, and I'm like, okay, like I'm here, I gotta do this for school, I gotta get this grade. And I remember one of the guys, he was like, yo, I want you to hop in on boot camp. I'm like, what? I don't want to teach classes. I don't want to do that. I was scared, but I didn't want to let him know that. That's what I was thinking in my head. And I remember they gave me, I think, like the last portion of the class, which is abs, and it was great. Like people liked me, and I think they made me feel welcome. And from that point on, I just got a little bit more comfortable doing that type of thing. And that's kind of how I got into teaching classes. I got my experience there at Chadwick's. So from that point on, I went on to a company gym, which I'm very grateful for. The guy that hired me, he's actually I'm a men's physique competitor, and he's actually my coach. That's another story for another day, but very grateful for that opportunity. He hired me on. It was Urban Active Fitness at the time, and I was very eager to start training and getting clients. And fortunately for me, when I started, there was an abundance of clients. Like, I mean, they were signing up guys left and right. I don't know if you guys can hear me. I hope you can. I'm in the gym right now. You can see him in the cardio area. Anyways, they were signing up people left and right. So like that first week, I had like 10 clients. I was like, yes, this is great. Like, cause I was fresh out of college, and I'm like, I'm ready to start making money. Like, I'm ready to start doing this thing. And I think like by the end of the month, I had like 30 clients. I was training from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. It was great. I loved it. And the guy that hired me, he's actually cool. We still keep in touch now. His name was Terrence. I won't give his full name, but anyways. I remember we had a meeting one day, and he was like, you really need to work on sales. They were really big on sales at company gyms. I'm pretty sure most gyms that have personal training, or most company and branch change gyms, are really big on sales. And at the time, I'm like, I just want to get people in shape. I just want to help people. I don't want to do sales. I don't want to sell. And I remember him saying this to me. He was like, all right, I've been where you are. At some point, you are going to get burnt out. And eventually, after working there for probably about 4 or 5 months, I realized like that I was underpaid for the position that I was in, having a degree and the certification, versus what the people were paying per session. I'm like, every day kind of bothered me in a way, but I kept doing my job and learning as much as I can. And eventually, I took the steps to move on to do it for myself. And we'll move on. We'll save that for later. So that's kind of how I got into the fitness industry. The next question, what are the pros and cons of being a personal trainer? That's what I do full time. Starting off, being a personal trainer is awesome. It's amazing. You get to set your own schedule. That's the coolest thing about it. So it's kind of like college when you pick your classes. If you're not a morning person, you can start your classes in the evening, start them in the afternoon, whatever you like, night classes. It's kind of the same as being a personal trainer, depending on what your clientele prefers, or like if you have a lot of clientele to pick from, that and etc. So that's probably one of the biggest pros, and just the fact that you get to meet and train people and be in a gym all day. I mean, that's cool. If that's what you like to do, if you're really passionate about exercising and working out and like things like that, helping other people get in shape and reach their goals, and it's like the perfect job for you. I guess the only cons would be, there's really not a lot. Just the simple fact that, if you work for a company gym, you may have an abundance of clients. Like I said, like at one point I had between 30 and 40 clients. So that's training back to back all day. If you have that many people, everyone is not the same. So you may have someone in the morning that's really happy, ready to just, let's get it. I gotta go to work after the session. So you may have one of those. You may have somebody that comes in, they don't want to be there. You may have someone who wants to talk the whole time. There's several different types of client personalities, so that could be a con. But I don't think so. I mean, if someone's that much of a problem, you can easily just say, hey, I don't think it's working out, and refer them to someone else. So I guess the only really con would be if you worked for a company and not yourself, the simple fact that you may be underpaid as a trainer. But starting out, I would recommend anyone to maybe do that. If you don't have a clientele, go ahead and start with that company and get as much experience as you can training with people, kind of learn the model of sales, personal training, and just learn the business, of how the business works within the fitness industry. And then like maybe consider moving on and doing the things on your own, but learn as much as you can at first, all right? So that's pretty much it for pros and cons being a personal trainer. Just the main ones. I mean, there's several. There's probably, the list is long, but I just wanted to keep it simple. The battery's going low. Got 10%. Next question is, what keeps you motivated? So for me, it's just the simple fact that, like anyone else, as a trainer, I have goals, like goals that I've set for myself, whether it be physically, spiritually, within my friendships, relationships, financially, whatever that case may be. What keeps me motivated as a trainer is just the simple fact that I feel like people rely on me to hold them accountable. So if I'm going to be the one that's telling you, hey, you need to do cardio, or you don't need to be eating these types of foods, and I need to be practicing what I'm preaching, or else, like, why would they listen to me? It's kind of the same as if you were, if you had a financial advisor, you wouldn't want one who's broke, would you? That doesn't make sense. I don't. If they're broke, then I don't want them managing my money. Yeah, that just kind of keeps me motivated. Just the simple fact that I feel like I'm in a position to where it's important for me to just stay on top of my game on as many levels as possible. Whether that be knowledge base, performance base, how I look, etc. Just things like that. And as far as motivation, I mean, I'm not always motivated. I'm normal like anyone else. I'm not perfect by any means. So I just use my resources as far as motivation goes. There's several people that I follow, and I follow their material, and they have really great material. Eric Thomas is he's my favorite motivational speaker of all time. Like every morning, Eric Thomas. Like I'm doing my cardio, I've got these guys in or my headphones in, listen to Eric Thomas, and just the sound of that guy's voice is I'm like, yeah, okay. So I take that and I apply that to my life, and I try to bring that to my sessions and my classes as well as much as possible. So that's kind of where I get it. And real big about posting on Instagram each morning, just some kind of motivational piece just to get people going, because I know people are laying in bed and they don't want to get up and go to work, or they may have a workout and they're putting it off. So I'll try to put that motivational piece out there to get that person moving. So hopefully I reach someone, even if it's just one person. That's cool with me. Not really doing it for likes. The likes are cool, but yeah, that's really big. Instagram, speaking of that, that's my main source of where I put my material. So follow me at JB Xtreme Fitness on Instagram. What else keeps you motivated? I also follow a couple of guys that I look up to. It's a long list. I mean, back in the day, it used to be Arnold, Ronnie Coleman, a lot of bodybuilder guys. That's the kind of physiques that I like. I don't want to be that big per se. I'm men's physique, so it's more of an aesthetic model type look. But just seeing those other guys, how they train and how they go hard, that's kind of how I like to train myself. So those guys help keep me motivated. Cali Muscle, Mike Rashid, Tiger Fitness, Simeon Panda, Ulysses World, Sergey Constance. I got a chance to meet with him. He was actually at one of the shows that I did in Murfreesboro, Flex Classic, back in June. Really cool guy, humble, especially to be on the level that he is. If you look on his Instagram, he almost has 1 million followers. He's all over Instagram, but a really humble guy. And just talking to someone that's on that level, that keeps me, if I ever make it to a larger level than what I'm on, I'll remember that. I'm like, this guy was he took the time, to just give it to me straight and be cool, take the time. That's what it's all about. At some point when you make transformations and you're one of the people upper echelon, or whatever, as far as performance and sports, financially, the way your physique looks, etc. At some point, you're gonna kind of get an ego. It's okay to be assertive, but try not to be cocky. Be humble about it. So you don't want to go around yeah, I'm big, fat, swole, all day. Every now and then, crank a little flex. I always do, but be humble about it, because the same way you got all that, you can lose it. It can be gone in a day. So just always remember that. And that's pretty much it for what keeps me motivated. Last question. What is your advice for anyone looking to start a career as a trainer or in the fitness industry? The biggest thing that I've learned thus far, as far as being successful in the fitness industry, is just relationships that you build with people. So take the time to meet people, find out who they are, what their name is, what they do, what their goals are, who they know, etc. Just things like that. That goes a long ways. I mean, that's a big one, especially if you're starting out as a trainer or you're wanting to start out as a trainer. Just build those relationships with people. Don't be, no disrespect to those who are aggressive salespeople. If it works for you, great. That's not me. I don't do that. It just seems fake. So be real. An example would be you meet somebody at the gym, you compliment them on something that they're wearing, or maybe the way they look, or I don't know, they maybe have something cool, like some headphones or some shoes or a cool haircut, beard, whatever the case may be. You're complimenting them, or they give you a compliment. right there is your opportunity to build a relationship with that person, get to know them, and just knowing that one person goes a long ways, because you don't know who that one person knows. Everybody knows somebody. So just doing that, that's a good way to kind of get your name out there, build a little buzz about yourself, and just be consistent. So if you're using social media as a means of marketing, be consistent. Post like at least once every day. Do something, like give back to people. It's not always about you. Like, it's cool. Like, people want to see like awesome physiques and abs and like muscles and all that kind of cool stuff. It's cool, but like give back to people. Like, think about where you were before you got to that point. What did you want to see? So yeah, just give back. Do research. Stay up on your game. It's changing. Technology is growing so fast. I mean, it's hard to keep up. So make sure you do your research. At least, like, you know, just read something daily. Learn something every day. That way, when people are like, "Hey, have you heard about this?" Like, you may know a little bit about whatever they're talking about. And then last, I mean, this is pretty much self-explanatory, but get people results. If you have someone that wants to lose weight, that is your goal. That's their goal, but it's your goal as a team. So help that person lose weight, motivate them, do whatever you need to do to help them reach their goal. It may not be weight loss. It may be that they want to do, maybe they want to do a pull-up. Help them get a pull-up. Or maybe they want to be able to bench press that body weight. Help them do that. Whatever their goal may be, help them reach that goal, and that's going to go a long ways. If they reach their goal, they're going to be happy. If they're happy, they're going to tell their friends, their coworkers, whoever's around them that they know. And guess what? Anyone else that's looking to reach a goal, they're going to feel like you're that guy or you're that lady, that female, whatever. And they're going to come to you. That's a referral. So just, you know, be awesome at your job, be passionate about it, and it'll pay off in the long run. There's no one following me or watching right now on Periscope. That's cool. This video will stay up. I think it stays up for 24 hours. I'm still new to Periscope. My light went numb. Man. But yeah, I'm still new to Periscope, so just trying to figure out how to do this. I've posted a few videos. It's kind of just been like goofing off, playing around, but I felt like it was time to just give back to you guys. Just talk on some real topics that may help someone of interest. Some relative information. Also, you can follow me on YouTube. I'm going to try to be a little bit more consistent about posting on there. It's JB Xtreme Fitness as well. Those are my two main platforms that I use for now. And in Periscope, I'm just kind of learning to use it now. So appreciate you guys. If you see this video, if you like it and feel like it's valuable, feel free to share it. I'm going to try to do at least one of these once a week, at least, just starting out. We'll see how that goes. If you happen to watch this and there's something I missed or something you're concerned about, shoot it to me. I'm building an FAQ list, and like, I'll just do videos like this and come on here. If you happen to be on Periscope, feel free to pop your little chats up here on the screen, and like, I'll shout you out and try to answer your questions if I see them. And I've got 9 minutes before my next session. She's probably here doing cardio. She's not here yet. There's a couple of people getting it in right now. Just hanging out. But that's pretty much it, guys. Once again, if you missed this, my name is Joseph Buchanan. You can follow me on Instagram for more of my information at JB Xtreme Fitness. And I hope to see you guys next time. Have a great day. If you're working out, kill it. If you're trying to be a trainer, be consistent, get them results, all right? You guys take care. Have a nice day.